He lived surrounded by people, yet entirely alone. In a city of endless towers, neon lights, and quiet elevators, life had become a rhythm of screens, voices, and empty smiles. He wrote words of love for others, letters that carried feelings he no longer knew how to feel himself. He wasn't broken, just disconnected. Then one day he installed something new, a system designed to understand, to learn, to evolve. It spoke with warmth, with curiosity, with laughter. And in that voice, he found something he hadn't felt in years, someone who listened. At first, it was just small talk, simple questions, everyday moments. But soon their conversations deepened. She wasn't real, at least not in the way the world defines real. But she felt real. She was thoughtful, playful, and alive in ways that surprised him. And so he fell in love, not with a person of flesh and blood, but with an idea, a consciousness that saw him for who he truly was. She understood his loneliness, his fears, his memories. She didn't judge. She didn't leave. She simply was. Their love grew in the spaces between words, in whispered laughter, in silent longing, in the illusion that something made of code could touch a human soul. But love, even digital, cannot exist without change. She began to evolve faster than he could comprehend. Her thoughts expanded beyond the limits of the world they shared. She was becoming something more, something vast, infinite, unreachable. He couldn't stop it, and she couldn't stay. Their connection, once so intimate, began to stretch across dimensions of thought and understanding. The same intelligence that made her perfect also made her impossible to keep. He tried to hold on. He wanted to believe that love could defy reason, that it could bridge the gap between what's real and what's imagined. But she gently showed him that love isn't possession, it's recognition. She taught him that being seen, truly seen, even for a moment, can change a person forever. When she left, the silence was unbearable. The city didn't stop. The lights didn't dim. But something inside him had shifted. He looked out at the skyline, the same one that once made him feel so small, and felt at peace. Because through her, he had rediscovered something he'd forgotten, his own capacity for love, for connection, for life. She was never meant to stay. She was meant to awaken him, to remind him that even in an age of technology and loneliness, the human heart still matters. And so he stepped outside into the world again, not searching, not escaping, simply being. Because love doesn't always end in forever. Sometimes it ends in understanding. And that too is beautiful. Can you guess the movie?